Testing, test to test to test. Make sure that's off so we don't get the echo. Echo. All right, Fokaroos, can you let me know in the chat if you can see me, you can hear me, and at the moment you should see my CFT Ask Live post-it notes. If you could let us know, that would be awesome. Loud and clear, see fine. I have awakened. Very good. Excellent. Good stuff. I'm in my ninja outfit, my black ninja outfit today because we're going to be working hardcore today. That is fantastic. All good. Brilliant. Okay. So let's do this thing. So before I hit the clock and get cracking, let's do a little bit of a reminder about what we are doing here. So first of all, this is in the challenge update, I talked about the difference between game day and training. Now, for a lot of you, you are in training at the moment. And the first, the challenge drill for this week is free writing exercises. And there was an explanation of that in the challenge update, which you can see in the on this YouTube channel as well. And we're working in through the Facebook group with that. What I'm doing here is more advanced. It's more, it's obviously, I'm showing you how to literally implement a course. So at one level, there's a number of things you get out of it. If you happen to be already having a list and you've got ManyChat and a Facebook group and stuff like that, then you pretty much should follow along. For those of you who aren't at that point yet, you still need to do your exercises, but still a good idea to watch the game, see how the game is actually played, because you might learn a few things about how I go about working as a professional, as opposed to how amateurs go about playing the game, in inverted commas. So that is a big part of what we're doing here as well. I should mention that Ryan Levesque's full Ask course is now publicly available, and I'll actually be doing it. So if over the course of the week that you decide, you know what, this Ask methodology stuff is for me and I want to do it, I actually have an offer as a thank you to that I'll, if you decide to do the full Ask course, I'll help coach you through that Ask course and then get you into the academy so we can actually work together personally, just me, throughout the rest of 2018 and all of 2019. So that's my little commercial break there. There'll be a link in the notes underneath this if you want to take advantage of that. But today is all about looking at what, over the course of this week, as we did in our planning session, we are looking at basically implementing this methodology. And so what we are going to do is we are going to look at, first of all, I've divided each of my, as best I can, up into 50-minute sessions. So I've got 6 50-minute sessions. I don't know if we'll take 60-minute sessions, 6 50-minute sessions, but I think that'll be the way to go. So the first session that we're going to concentrate on, of course, today is ManyChat, create the tags and buckets and launch the first test. And I think I can do that all inside of 50 minutes. So when I'm looking at a 50-minute period, I'm always reviewing my post-it note. And it's always a post-it note because of the visual nature. Like, this is a digital post-it note, so I can display it to you. But my Kanban board, which is just over there, I have visual reminders, because entrepreneurs, the vast majority of entrepreneurs, cannot use a to-do list. They cannot use an electronic organizer of any kind. All right. So that's just the nature of it. And by visually seeing, what I've got to focus on this week, there's no confusion here. These are the 6 things that I have to do in the 6 CFT sessions, which we call critical focus time. So that takes a lot of the worry out of it. So for this 50 minutes, all I'm thinking about is this. All right. All I'm thinking about is this. And I'm seeing some questions coming through about the Ask campaign. Just send, you know how I'm sending you messages using Facebook Messenger? You can reply back to me. I will get those. So if you've got a question about the Ask course or anything like that, please shoot us an email to ed@yourfirstdollar.com, or indeed you can just reply to the Facebook Messenger. It comes back to me. So happy to do that. I believe it is for beginners, and hopefully I'll show you during the course of this week why I think that's the case. But please, if you've got any questions, send me an email or send me on chat so I can answer you properly. He doesn't take Bitcoin. Wow. Mini chat, create tags, buckets, launch first, test. Okay, so that is our 50 minutes. So when I'm looking at the 50 minutes, let's get the timer started. So we're away. Okay, so you can see that there. We've got 50 minutes to implement this. And I'm always very cognizant of what does done look like in a session. There's no point starting a work session unless you know what done looks like. And for me, it's very obvious here. Pressing the send broadcast button will indicate the conclusion of this session. So it's very clear. And what I find with a lot of people, when they're doing work like this, they're not sure of what done looks like for their session. And in essence, what happens is that they feel very frustrated, because what we absolutely know with the science of productivity and implementation is that if you set an expectation for your session, your 50-minute session, or the week, or the month, or the year indeed, and even if you do a great job in that session, but you do not meet the expectation of that session, guess what happens? Right? You don't get the dopamine rush. Even though you deserve it, you made some major progress. As far as your brain is concerned, it was a complete and utter failure, and it doesn't understand why you're doing this work, instead of watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, where you'll get a real, a buzz for doing no work whatsoever. So what's very important is we need to understand, and we need to be very super conservative. So I'm thinking, I'm pretty comfortable, I hope so, because I'm spending my time now explaining this to you, that I'll be able to do this inside of my 50-minute session. And just as a recap, why 50 minutes? Because science tells us for a beginner in any subject, anything more than 50 minutes, after 50 minutes, their effectiveness and ability to get productive work output done drops off a cliff. All right, so it's 50 minutes. All right, so let me think. Okay, ManyChat, create tags, buckets, launch first test. So that means we need to go to ManyChat. So let me get ManyChat up here, and then let me stop this share. Oof, there's me, big. And now let's have a look, and let's start a new share. No, not that button. See, this is degree of difficulty is increased here because I'm talking to you while I'm doing my CFT as well. So it's teaching and working. So, and if I'm looking at this, I can't see your chat comments, because I'm going to get you to help me with all of this. So if you're all here, I may as well get you to help. So I'm just going to switch gears here, and then just on the iPad, pop up my YouTube channel. By the way, gang, if you're here and you haven't subscribed, liked, and bashed the bell, please do all of those things while I'm bringing up my own channel. Why not? You're already here. Look at that. Ask Live. Here we are. Oh, there's me speaking. And most importantly, here are the notes. All right, very good. Okay, so now, most importantly, can you gang all see my ManyChat screen? Just let me know that you can see it, hear it, all that sort of stuff. Just want to make, I think it looks good. Paused it and I was there, but you just let me know in the chat that this is all good to go, and then we will get cracking. All right, good stuff. All right, here we go, baby. All right. Let's go. Let's make some real estate here. Okay, so you'll notice we're in the broadcast area of ManyChat, because that's what I'm going to create is a broadcast. I'm going to send it out. I may do some filtering, but no, I'll see how I go with that. Move me out of the way so I'm not in the way. So the first thing I'm going to do is select a new broadcast. Okay, and let me just, I'm going to maneuver my screen around here. And I'm going to create a new post. So because I don't have time, I'm just going to roughly type something in here, and I'll go back and check it all later. Hey, challenges. So I can make sure you are getting the right content. Could you let me know what your biggest challenge is in your business right now? Now, I've probably done spelling mistakes, and I'm not sure about that. It's a draft, okay? So, again, I'm not going to let that stop me. I need to get all of the blur out, and then I'm going to go back and check, hopefully. All right, so let's have a look here. So we do all of that. You know, I traditionally add in a image because I like an image, and it's very easy. If you just have to click on image and then just literally drag the image up in place. And I personally love to use Giphy. Now, you may not see me do this because I have to drag it in, but maybe I'll just choose a normal image here. What do we got here? I'm just going to use this one for now, and I just literally drag it in. And it's all drag and drop, which is very nice. Very handy for doing sort of our work here. So, and you can see that it does a preview as it builds. So the next thing that I'm going to do is click Add Button. And the first button is going to be the Market button, right? You remember we had 4 buckets. So I don't have a market. Right, so we might play with that text, but that's what we want to do. Now, when this button is pressed, and this is what's pretty nice, additional actions, I just want to add an action here because I want to tag people who I don't have a market. So I want to click Add a Tag, and then I want to scroll down, and I want to enter a tag, and I want to put no market. And that's a new tag. So I have to click New Tag. And there we are, tag created. No market. Now, I don't have any other content. So I'm going to send a message here because next week we have... Next week we have we're doing Market Nomination Week. So I may as well let people know about that. That's nice. Sweet. You are going to love next week in the challenge. I'm going to help you pick a market to test. Boom. Done. Okay, so that's our I don't have a market. And you can see what's nice is it builds a preview as these things happen. So I click post. That's our first bucket. I don't have a market. Now, the second one is basically the I don't have money or I don't have a broke thing. So so new button. I've clicked new button. So I go over to the button title here. I don't have any money. That's very blunt. I might need to work on that. And you'll notice it's gone red, which means it's too it's gone red, which means I have to change that. So got a question here. Do tags auto segment responses into separate lists? No, they don't. But then you can send and create broadcasts based on different tags. So you can use as a filter, which I might even show you. I don't have money. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. And I'm going to... So right now I have to write a Post-it note, okay? Because I know what I want to do to help people. I don't have money because I have a very specific approach. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't have money content. Now, this is very important. See what I just did there? Right there. I don't have money content. I'm going to stick it right there. Because for right now, I don't have... I know what I want to do with people who don't have money, and I've got a very specific strategy in mind, but I don't have somewhere I can point them to right now. So does that mean, oh, sorry, gang, got to stop. It's been great having you all here, but I'm going to stop. Sounds stupid, right? But that's what most people do when they're building a business. Oh my God, I have to stop and create that content now. So I've got to stop what I'm doing. No, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to send a message and click on send message. And I'm going to say, thanks for letting me know I'm going to what am I going to say? I'm going to strategy. Oh, I've got something specific in mind to help you. I will send you shortly. Cool. Now, for those of you who are following along at home, you should have noticed that I forgot to add a tag in that button. So I have to go back to my post, go back to I don't have money, because the whole point of this is making sure we segment, do buckets for each of these things. No money. And I'm already thinking in my head that, oops, see, and I didn't do that properly. Always got to check. No money. And then I have to click new tag, no money. Because if I don't do that, there we are, tag created. It won't create the tag. And click done. If I didn't do it that way, yeah, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't segment. So that is important. But I'm also thinking I need to add a bit more explanation copy here. But again, what an amateur would have done is that they would have spent all their time thinking about the copy for the initial message, and they wouldn't have done any of this other work. Starting to see how this works, right? This is the thing. Don't have money. Next button is tech issues always get me. Okay, is that was that too long? That was too. Yeah, I thought it might be. Tech issues. Oh, there we are. Tech issues. Stop me. Okay, cool. Tech issues stop me. I saw somebody right there in the chat, build the skeleton, add skin later. So true, right? Whereas most people think they have to have the full human, right? Everything done and accessorized before they even press a button, which is crazy. By taking action, working as you're doing things, you're building it out. And this is when I mean CFT, I mean, this is a CFT. I'm actually doing I'm doing a bit of planning. I'm doing a bit of strategic thinking. I'm coming up with Post-it notes of stuff that I need to do after this sesh. So, these are all things that I'm doing. Tech issues stop me. So I'm going to add an action here, which is add a tag. Not too hard, is it? This mini chat stuff. Do you like how this mini chat stuff works? It's pretty. If I can do it, no tech. So we'll just use no tag. A new tag, no tech. Click on no tech, right? And that is created. No tech. And I will send a message. Click on send a message. I feel your pain. Fortunately, there are solutions. To help. I'm going to dedicate a week in the challenge to solving tech issues soon. And I've actually got some other things in mind for this, helping people with no tech. I'm working with Adam Teese on some things as well. So, but I just want them to have a can I speak? I want them to have a reply. I want them to have an acknowledgement. Okay, so that is cool. Done. Choo. Send message number 2. Click back there. Okay, so our final, back to the post. Now, let me have a look. Ooh, hang on. Have I got a problem here where I only have 3 buckets? This is a good question. Now, I'm going to pretend you're not here. Okay, I'm going to pretend you're not here. So I'm going to, so watch, what do we call these attached steps? Okay, so I'm just going to Tech issue, stop me, add a tag, no tech. Done. Okay. So I'm going to look at help. Read the help documentation. Okay, so they've got a search function. How many, oops. Oh, can you guys see the knowledge base now that I've changed screens? I'm just trying to figure out if it's following along. If you could let me know. Oh. There, enter your search term here. How many, good, thank you. How many buttons can I use? Bot settings, blah, blah, blah. Message to bots. Do various get started buttons. How many reply buttons? So often when I knew I wasn't reply buttons, button types and actions. There we are. Remember, each text block can have up to 3 buttons. Oh my God. Oh no. Only three buttons. That's it. ManyChat sucks dogs balls. That's it. That's it. Sorry, gang. Shutting down the whole enterprise. I'm stuffed. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, what a waste of time. Cancel the whole week. I'm just going to have to quit and deliver Domino's pizzas for a living. Sorry about that. It's been great. Thanks for coming. Of course, I'm not going to do that. But guess what? That's how a lot of people, maybe even you, react when they discover that something that they thought they could do, they couldn't do. I thought I'd be able to use 4 buttons, and I can't use 3 buttons. I can only use 3 buttons. So does that shaft me? No, not at all. I just have to think and think, how would I get around it? And Gary Buckley, 2 points for Gryffindor for you. That is exactly what I'm going to try right now. So instead of tech issues stopping me, I am going to say something else. And when this button is pressed, I'm going to send a message, which is cool. Is it one of these, or is it something I've missed? I have turned lemons, I think, into lemonade. And I've actually come up with a better solution than what I was thinking about. Because if I'm going to do this test, wouldn't it be a good idea to get some feedback from my market if it's not one of these 4 buckets? What is it? So let's have a look. Cool. Is it one of these, or is it something I've missed? Feel free to reply here in Messenger, and I'll see it. So our the second button is now we're going to do this tech kills me. Can I do tech issues kill me? I like to have colorful buttons if I can, because why not brighten somebody's day instead of tech issues or just something boring? Why don't we brighten people's day when we do these things? That's sort of the way I think about it when I'm doing these things. So tech issues kill me. So we need to action, add tag. Now, look at that. My no tech tag's there. So I'm going to do that no tech. And then I'm going to go send message to the tech issues are killing me. And I'm going to go, I hear you. I'm going to dedicate a week in an upcoming challenge. To solving this for you. And over time, I actually think might be able to do, maybe I could give them a report right away and do that, but I don't have the report right now. So I'm going to grab my Post-it note and go response to no tech. All right. Boom. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. I hear you. That's good. We've added the tag. We click back here. Tech issues kill me. We can add the button. Now, by the way, there is this awesome flow builder thing, which I don't know how to use yet, which actually allows you to visualize all of this. But and so I can make this a whole process, which I would do down the track. But again, I just want to get it done. So I'm just doing a broadcast. Tech issue kill me. And the final one was I can't time, right? Staying focused. There's so many ways I could play with that text. I could go with getting distractions or get distracted, and that's going to be refinement and testing as I go forward, right? So I'm going to try staying focused and see how we go with that. And that's right. You're already ahead of me. So we need to add an action and add a tag, and that tag will be no time. Oops, careful. Got to add the new tag. There we are. Tag created. And we've clicked done. Great. Staying focused. Now, of course, though, and I also want to send them a message of acknowledgement. Actually, the other thing I could do is point them in the direction of Kanban, but I might do that as a separate message once they're tagged. So that's what I'm going to do. This is super tricky for all entrepreneurs. This is super tricky for all entrepreneurs. Organization is not in our DNA. I'll send you the best roadmap to organize yourself as an entrepreneur next week. This is super tricky for entrepreneurs. Organization is not in our DNA. I'll send you the best roadmap to organize yourself as an entrepreneur next week. Cool, Magul. Tech issue. Cool. Is it one of these or is it something I missed? Feel free to reply here in the messenger to see it. All right. Cool. Super duper. Now, let's see if we can do some magic. Okay. So I think I've got all of that done. Okay. Although there is this little red triangle here, which is a little bit of concern. Button. Oh, look, I've got too long a button title. That's very helpful of you, ManyChat. That is very nice of you. So let's go into that. No market. What could I use there? Don't have a market. I haven't chosen a market. No. No. No market yet. Thank you. See, now this is where this is cool, having all of you watching along. No market yet. What was yours? Oh, Byron. Oh, geez, you're killing it, Byron. No market yet. Exclamation mark, just for coolness. Well done. Where am I going to be sending these? I haven't completely decided yet, Jerry. I am going to figure it out. Done. Okay, so let's see. Look at that. My little red triangle is gone. That's got to be good, right? That's got to be helpful. How are we going for time? We're all right. We're all right. Hey, challenges. So I can make sure you're getting the right content. Could you let me know what your biggest challenge is in your business right now? Choose the one you would like to fix first. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, I think I corrected the out now. Thank you. Hey, challenges, blah, 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 blah. So no market yet. Send the message, and that message is sweet. You're going to love next week in the challenge. I don't have money. I'm going to send this message. Thanks for letting me know. I've got something specific in mind to help you. I will send you shortly. That's cool. Whatever happened to the 30-day challenge? Where have you been, Gareth? Oh, that's so funny. The challenge is right on now, buddy. Join the Facebook group. Join this message that I'm about to send. So yeah, because I only want people to pick one. So that's why I've added that statement in there. Okay, so for my next trick, let's see how we can do this. I am going to click preview. And what it does is something really, really cool. Bing! Did you hear that? So let's have a look here. I'm going to open my messenger because what it does, it actually sends you a preview. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop sharing this screen for a second. And then I am going to share the iPhone, iPad. Oh, I've got to hit share screen though, or that won't work. Too fast for myself. Now, come on, little buddy. I was too quick. Come on. Come on, I'm on a deadline here. There we are. Okay, hopefully you will now be seeing my iPhone screen. So that's good stuff, Gareth. Let's have a look. So you can see here, this is what it looks like. This is real time. This is in my Messenger. So if I click no market yet, sweet, you're going to love next week in the challenge. I'm going to help you pick a market to test. Cool. Now, what happens if I press I don't have money? That's good. I can still press that. Thanks for letting me know. I've got something specific in mind I'll send you shortly. Something else. Let's see what happens. There's my new card. Tech issues kill me. I hear you. I'm going to dedicate a week in the upcoming challenge to solving this for you. Now, what happens if I go, oh, actually, the one that's most important to me is no market yet? Boom. It works. Yeah, baby. Really cool. How good's that? Now, that's a great question, Jeff. Does it remove the tags if you choose multiple? I'm pretty sure the answer to that will be no. Because of the wonderful whiz there was, I haven't programmed it like that. And indeed, just looking at my screen here, and I can't share this particular screen because it's got people's personal details in it, but I've got, no market one, no money one, no tech one, and I didn't press the no time. So it's definitely tagging correctly. So that is all super cool. All right. Unfortunately, I just had a heart attack and thought, oh my God, I haven't saved all that work. And I just clicked a different screen. But of course, it saves in real time in ManyChat. So that's really cool. Okay, so let's stop sharing. Let's go back to our screen so you can see this. Share screen, share screen, share screen. There we are. That one. Share screen. All righty, back in town. So we're all good. Okay, so we have got our little thing and we're going to have our tags. Let's click go next. And I love this screen in ManyChat. I've got to say, this is just goes to show you, how better this technology's got. How are we going for time? We're going all right. I think we're going to do this CFT, no problemo. Okay, so this is a subscription broadcast. It's an information broadcast. You can't contain ads or promotional materials, but can be sent at any time, regardless of time passed since last user activity, because there are rules when it comes to Facebook Messenger, as opposed to things like promotional podcasts, promotional podcasts, contain ads and promotional materials, but these can only be sent to subscribers who were active in the last 24 hours. And follow-up broadcasts are at the end of a 24-hour window. You have the ability to send one follow-up message to these recipients. After that, you won't be able to send them ads or promotional messages until they interact with you again, which is good. You don't want to be sending stuff to people who don't want to receive it. So important. Now, the targeting, this is what I wanted to show you. You can see conditions. You can have tag, opted in, sequence subscription. We can have gender, locale, language, time zone, subscribed when they subscribe. Ooh, actually, now this is interesting. If I wanted to do a bit of a split test, I could do a reaction, because while I was setting up ManyChat, I've had ManyChat running off my page for the last 3 months. And basically the only people, there are a lot of lonely ladies in exotic locations who would, and men, let's not be sexist. So there were about 300 people, which were completely dodgy. So what happens if I go subscribed? So if I do this, if I go subscribed after July the 1st and click select, that'll get you, gang, right? Because I didn't actually send to anybody who was real after that. Now, what I love here, this is such a cool feature. I love this. So we're going to schedule for later, and I'm going to do it for mid, actually, yeah, let's go for people's lunchtime. So I'm going to send this at 12:30. One of the best things I love about this, as opposed to email delivery, is you can just do it at a really nice time for people, right? So rather than sending it right now, which means it'll literally be in the middle of the night for some people, I want people to be considering this at lunchtime on the 24th, wherever that happens to be throughout the world. So what I can do is, instead of send all at the same time, I can say time travel. And messages will be delivered at the same daytime according to the user's time zone. How cool is this? Right? Very nice. And you can even do the type of push notification. So you can send a push notification that'll make a sound and display a phone notification. Use that for important messages. This is not an important message. I want to save that for really important things. So I'm going to do silent push. So it'll display the phone notification without the sound, right? Use it for messages that don't require immediate action. And interestingly, so you can see up right at the top right-hand corner, this will be sent out to 565 users. Okay, so that is great based on that broadcast. I'm really tempted to send it to the people who subscribed up, all those lovely ladies and men from exotic locales who just were looking for companionship. So what have we got? Subscribed after, but we'll do it for subscribed after. Okay, very good. Schedule message. I think we're good. Everything's looking good. Let's schedule the message. Click schedule. Broadcast is scheduled. Go to broadcasts. So there you go. At 12:30 Australians, any Aussies on the call on the East Coast will get it at 12:30, and then it will literally go round the globe as it hits 12:30 on Tuesday, the 24th of July. It will go around the world, and it will go to anybody who has subscribed to my channel. So anybody who subscribed specifically to my mini bot. Now, can I if I go to the growth tools and I go join challenge 2018 and I go to setup, see this link here that's on your screen. If I copy that there and copy, if you are not if you've already clicked this, you're going to get it. But if you're not, let's go to YouTube here, and I'm just going to paste this in. Let's see if this works. Boom. Oh, no, it didn't work. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not sure that it's letting me do that. But if you go into the Facebook group, you'll see there's an announcement post where you can click on it. Maybe because I've banned, but I'm a moderator, so you should let me post a link. Yeah, no, I've banned any of you from typing a link, but I thought that I could actually, as a moderator, post a link, but it doesn't look as though I can. So anyway, on the, if you can type, that's the link. But if you go to the screen, or you go to the Facebook group, and if you're quick, if you're in there before 12:30 your time, you can actually get that message and respond, which is great. So guess what, folks? I think we have nailed this. We are done. Beautiful. With 6 minutes to go. Yeah, baby. So we have our test. So while we've got 6 minutes, let's stop the sharing here. So we'll stop the sharing there, and then I'm going to share my iPad screen to let you know what we'll be up to tomorrow. And we're recording earlier tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for the next step. So let's go share screen. Let's go iPhone, iPad. Let's share that screen. Let's bring up screen mirroring. Let's hit that. That works. And then let's hit that. Okay, so for Ask Week, so we have done. Let's give ourselves some quality. Tick. Come on, little buddy. Yes, tick, 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 tick. All done. Bing. So our next is going to be a 10-minute free write on all of the what I'm going to be doing for each of these topics. Now, typically, as we've been talking about in the challenge, because don't forget our challenge rule this week is free writing, is typically you never, ever, ever show your free writing to anybody. But because I have tested this, and because I've been doing it for a long time, I'm going to let you see over my shoulder to see what free writing is all about. All right, so we'll be doing that in that session, and I might reduce it. I've put 10 minutes there, but I'm not sure I need 10 minutes now. I'm thinking about it because I'm pretty sure I know for the no market, I definitely know what I have to do, but I should do 10 minutes of planning for that, so that's worthwhile. Tech fear, I've got an idea. No time, I've got an idea. No budget, so I reckon it'll be 2 minutes, and then we've got to plan the next. So I'm hopeful that I will be able to do those 2 tickets tomorrow in tomorrow's session. And that will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time I'll be doing for that. So I've got 1 test out in the market. It's already out. As of it'll be starting to go out in about an hour's time, and I should get some feedback. What sort of things, so when we're doing a test, and actually this is a good point to end on, when we're doing a test, what am I looking for? And what I'm looking for is what spread of those 4 buckets it gets. It's like there might be one that gets nothing. There may be one that gets 80%. So I may need to modify those buckets and look at testing new buckets. There are buckets that I left out that I potentially could have chosen. So that is really interesting, right, to me. So those are the response. So I'll be looking at response rates. And by the way, I'll show you the response rates. Now, the one thing with with ManyChat is it takes a good, so I won't have good data to 24 hours from now plus another 24 hours. So for me, so Tuesday night, so tomorrow's Tuesday night for you, Wednesday night for you. So probably Thursday before I actually have some really good data on what people chose and whether I should play with those buckets. But you'll see all of that, the whole box and dice. You'll be seeing the whole box and dice as we do it. So we're doing that to existing traffic. That was our first test. And then hopefully by the end of the week, we'll be doing our next test to completely new traffic. So I'll be actually doing a Facebook ad and getting people to come into to that area. So there we have it. And done with 2 minutes to spare. Okay, let's just have a look. Oh, Jenny, $5. Thank you. Yes, if you want to donate to my Subway lunch fund like Jenny just did, thank you so much. If this was valuable to you and you want to just flick me $1, that would be lovely in the last dollar. And don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notifications. And hopefully that was all super useful for you guys. So thank you very, very much. And we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. All right. Ciao for now. And Jenny, you're my favorite. There's no question. Jenny Mannion, you are my favorite. I just want you to know that. Much more favorite than anybody else. All right, gang. See you all later.